Hello everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. So, last time we got here, we got to this bonfire. There was a couple of bonfires there was one bonfire between here and Majula, but I consider this one the first one because it's the only one that you'll ever have to go back to. We won't have to go back to that one by the Haid Knight that I killed. There's an NPC right here. She's sitting right next to the bonfire. So let's have a little bit of a conversation.
Buy something, anything. Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
Her laughter is sort of creepy, but it's not bad. Let's see what she has to say.
Malentia. You're a stranger to this land. Oh, we get as strangers these days. Everybody's gone and run off.
Well, that kind of happens.
Drang Lake's been a pile of rubble since the war fought long, long ago. And the giants crossed the sea.
She'll say some more stuff, tell you about Drang Lake, but she sells some items that have certain uses, like this one raises item discovery. The hat does, but I'm not going to equip it. I don't want to look like a dum-dum. But the main thing she sells is the key to the shop in Majula. So now we can go open that. We're not going to go right back, but she also sells starting miracles, so if I wanted to become a faith caster, I could get the heal miracle right there. Or if I wanted to be a intelligence caster, I could get soul arrow. And a couple of weapons. I already have the hand axe. The cestus are good if I want to punch stuff, but I'm not really into that. I will be buying stuff from her. Oh yeah, I have to speak to her. I do actually have to finish her conversation.
Poor folk like myself have nary a place to sleep.
That sucks.
That's why I keep all me things right with me. You may travel light, but methinks you bear a burden of your own.
So I'm going to talk to her randomly. Because if I talk to her and spend enough money, she eventually moves to Majula, and she is part of the quest where the one guy wants you to bring people there. Oh, sleeping guy. So if you bring, it's not really a quest, but if you just bring 4 people there, the one guy gives you items. I did not rest at that bonfire just yet because I didn't want to respawn the enemies between me and the enemies that I had killed on the way here. All right, so I got that guy. Got that one. See this? There's a little hole in the wall there. Oh, ooh, that was almost bad. I was trying to get that item and I almost fell to my death. I'm fine though. Oh, I just now realized that I haven't equipped my Estus Flask yet. I mean, I don't really need it that much. It's because I'm not near anything that's like super dangerous. Another human effigy. Got a bunch of those. Alright. Here we are. So I've lost undead. Alright. I'm killing these guys because this is like an area you don't really have to go here, but there's a couple of little hidden items. Not hidden, but just chests and stuff. And a good little bit of enemies to kill. Swung to her early. Alright. So there's a hole there and a hole there we can go into. But the first thing we're actually going to do is go back up here. And hope that I don't die being stupid. Because that happens sometimes. You see up there, there's writing on that hill. Right. Yep, we got up here. There's two enemies up here that if I were to go into those holes to find those items, they would stand up and come in and try to ambush me. And then we have a hollow soldier hat, which I'm not going to put it on. It doesn't look good. I'll show you. See, it just looks like a broken helm. It's not. It covers up my beautiful man face. So this is a safe area right here. If I stand here at that item, he won't do anything. And if I open this door, it blocks me from the fire, even though it's chain link. See, when you open this chest is when the guys come running in behind you. So you have to try to fight them in here. And then there's a fire longsword, which I'm going to equip instead of the short sword, because it has, I believe, the exact same moveset. Yeah, only it's slightly longer. Okay. Now we're going to climb up this ladder right here. We could have climbed down this ladder from the top instead of going the way where the trees are, but it would have just been a little bit slower, and you'd have had to kill the guys at a different pace than I'm used to. And since we didn't rest at that one bonfire, all the creatures over here are still dead. This one's spazzing out a little bit. His head's stuck in the wall. Let's see. Now we're going to have a little rest. I want to try something one time that I can do on the PlayStation 3 version, but that I cannot actually do regularly on the PC version. It might actually be patched out. No, it didn't work. You can blow this wall up from the other side, and sometimes you can get the fire to trigger it via throwing a firebomb at that wall. There's a guy there. There's a sleeping guy there too. Oh. Got them both. Ended up messing up a little bit and waking the one guy up. If you just wait at the bottom of that ladder, the one with the halberd will come running. But you can just fight them both like I did if you want to. If you wake the sleeping guys up by hitting them, you can get some free attacks in on them. So we got a locked door right here. And another locked door right here. And we got a kneeling guy. Then we have to enter the mist. Right. Okay. Ooh, he dodged my last attack. That was actually... Whoa. Pretty good of him. Alright. I'm gonna try to knock this guy down off of the ledge with a throwing knife. Might not work. Didn't work. What else do I got? Fuck it. Alright. So I'm going to use a drink of my Estus flask to heal myself, and then I'm going to strike these barrels. And there we go. The shortcut I told you about. Oh, I better not die. Dying right here would be funny, but it would actually pose no problem. I'm hitting buttons a little bit too much because I haven't played in a while. Oh my god, this shield guy's fucking me up. This spear guy. Alright, there we go. I got a little bit off, like, off my groove for a little bit there. That's fine. So we rested that bonfire again, because I fucked up. So the shield guy, the spear guy that, like, was wrecking my shit, he comes at you as soon as you exit the shortcut. So I wanted to get him out of the way. The guy who was throwing the firebomb at me, he respawned. Damn. See, even at an early point in the game, I haven't leveled up at all, so I'm just base stats for a whatever this guy's called, bandit. So I am a little weak. I have a couple thousand souls, a few thousand souls I can work with if I want to level up. This guy's resetting actually. They're kind of dumb. Alright. Well, he fell down, that's good. Alright. Okay. Sorry about the hecticness of that. I'm gonna actually use... Oh shit, that wasn't good. Forgot that hole was there. Well, I needed to come down here anyways, but I didn't want to do it at that exact moment. It all worked out in the end, though. There's archers shooting at me now. It's fine, though. Throwing knife. Eh. That guy scared me with the axe right there. I'm using way too many life gems. It's fine, though. I'm gonna find another Estus Flash Shard pretty quick here. Then I'll be using that more often. And I'll get a couple of levels under my belt, so I'll be a little bit more durable. Might even pick up a suit of armor that doesn't look like poo that I can put on. Dodge too early. Alright. Whoa! He hit me in the head. Oh. That caused my guy to, like, just stop mid-jump. That was weird. I've never seen the animation just stop like that. Alright. And here we have an Indiana Jones boulder. Another human effigy. And an NPC. First I want to go this way, though. An amber herb. Let's see what this dude has to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler, like yourself.
Thinks he was daydreaming.
I'm navigating the continent to create a map.
That's cool.
Why cartography, you ask? Well,
that's a good
question.
Good
question.
Oh.
When I first came to this forsaken land, it was... a curse? Something about a curse. How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus.
See, it seems like this guy's kinda going a little bit crazy.
I have always been very fond of maps. I came to this land some time ago. Drangleic, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic. Have you seen Majula? Oh, there's a rather spacious mansion there.
He's there now.
I've made it my temporary home. Well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid. Inside the mansion, I found a strange map, like none I'd ever seen. I believe that it's a map of Drangleic. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it.
That's cool.
Yes. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom. Wait. No. That wasn't it.
This guy's obviously losing his shit.
Then what? I don't seem to recall.
Let's talk to him one more time, see what
You
these guys say.
looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me.
Yeah, you could say that.
Shame on you. You should have told me before. Here, take this. A key to the mansion. What a joy to meet a kindred spirit out here.
That's cool.
Incredible, really, isn't it? Such a map to be chiseled in stone. Oh, but one thing. I would not venture deep into the mansion. Now, I can't be certain, but I've heard disturbing noises.
Uh-oh.
Something about it feels wrong. Just be careful, please.
That sounds ominous. So now we have a key to the mansion in Majula. We have the key to the blacksmith. So we're going to be going back there pretty soon. I just got to clear a couple more enemies. I think maybe only one, actually. And then going to go back to the bonfire and teleport to Majula. Alright. So I have to figure out in my head what I am going to be doing leveling wise. Oh yeah, you can drop off right here and go down into that area. There's a guy and an item there, but that's just a torch, I believe, and it's not useful. You like, if torches were like a rare and needed commodity, it would be good to find one, because that one is, I believe it's 15 minutes worth of torch, maybe 5 only, but still. I think each torch lasts for 5 minutes, but they're not really needed, and you find so many by the time you need one that you have like 2 hours worth of them. This door is locked, like the other ones were, but you can see it's broken. So I'm gonna just hit it a couple times, and we get in. Then we have some bloodstains around a chest. I don't believe this chest is trapped. Yeah. These guys in here. See the sleeping guys? More sleeping guys. Alright. I think this one is... No, that's not a guy. A hand axe and a radiant life gem. So I found another one of the hand axes I started with. You can, near the starting of the game, you can find pretty much all the starting armor. Or weapons, I mean, not armor, really. And we found another chest. That has an Estus flash shard and a small white soapstone. That small white soapstone lets you be summoned as a shade, which is different from being a phantom, because you're there for a very limited amount of time. But it gives you a smooth and silky stone and heals all your, if you were to die a couple of times and lose some of your maximum health. I haven't died yet, so you haven't seen that. But when you die, you lose an increment of your maximum health. I believe it's 10%. At 5 deaths, I believe you have 50% maximum health, and that's where it stops. Yeah, I don't need to buy anything on her yet. No, I don't want to summon the shade. Oop, that was an accident. I'm going to travel back to Majula. I have a fire longsword, but not a standard one. You can use, at a certain blacksmith in the game, you can actually turn this fire longsword into just a standard longsword if you wanted to. So I have 5,330 souls. So his next breakpoint, where you get new equipment, is 12,000 souls. So I'm going to see what he's got right now.
Well, and I may step up operations soon.
That's cool.
So I'm surprising even myself, to be honest.
It's awesome. So we have to spend 12,000 souls here. See, he's got a couple of more suits of armor. I like the Elite Knight armor, so I will probably be buying this set. Because if I buy it all, it's worth almost enough souls. I believe it actually will be worth enough if I buy that all and maybe one other item to unlock his next set of equipment. Do I want to spend... The question I have, though, is do I want to buy the armor now or buy a weapon? Because I know that I'm going to unlock the blacksmith and I'll be able to buy a rapier. I think for now I'll buy gloves. Yeah. Oh, actually...
Thanks very much. Do come again.
One thing I noticed, I remember, is I have a lot of these. So I'm just going to use all of these real quick. So I can do some more upgrading and buying of stuff. There we go.
Forget to buy?
Yes, I did forget to buy something. Yeah, fuck it. I'll go with the pants too.
Thanks very much.
I didn't buy the hat yet. I will eventually buy it and probably even wear it. So the pants that I am now getting rid of were pretty useful to me, but there we go. Okay, see, that's what I look like now. Pretty awesome. In here, now we have the key to the Majula Mansion. It's just called the house key. In here we have a massive book. Lots of other books and a Pharaoh's Lockstone. Nothing in any of these chests that you can roll through to break open. Okay. And here we have that giant map he was talking about. And a staircase down. He told us not to venture deep into the mansion, but we were never ones to listen. And this is the noise you heard, by the way. It's a skeleton. So as you see, this skeleton dropped a human effigy. It has a 100% chance to do that. If you use and they will spawn the amount of the bonfire intensity, which is what happens when you use bonfire aesthetics. So you can actually, what's it called? Farm human effigies here by using bonfire aesthetics in the Majula bonfire. You can get, I think, 8 skeletons is the max that will spawn, but if there's 8 of them down there, they'll try to swarm you, and they get progressively harder because they are considered New Game Plus enemies. New Game Plus, New Game Plus Plus, you know what I mean? So by the time you're getting 8 of them, they're going to be 8 swarming you at once, and they have a lot of hit points, but still, if you need 8 human effigy for something, it's very useful. Up here we have a chest. Has Titanite shards and a torch. What's this say? Hurrah for... There's no illusionary wall here. Liars. I hate when people do that. And then we just gonna come down right there. Alright? So we picked up a Pharaoh's Lockstone. It allows us to activate the Pharaoh's contraptions and a soul vessel. What this does... See, it says, a vessel that will accept your souls. It can allow reallocation of levels, but without proper assistance, it may simply drain you of your souls. So, if you use that, just use it, it'll just reset you to soul level 1, and you lose all your experience that you've spent so far. But if you take it to the crones that yell at you at the starting of the game, and they make fun of you, it can let you respec if you have some soul levels that you put in the wrong place. I haven't actually leveled up at all yet. I'm not going to yet either. I'm going to unlock this. And in here we have a short bow. But I started with a short bow because I started as a bandit. So it's not extremely useful for me. Oh yeah, we got to talk to him one more time.
Ah yes, very good. Now I can get to work.
Excellent.
But first, let me set up. Come again later.
Alright. So a lot of people don't know. All you have to do is sit at the bonfire. You don't have to go anywhere or load into the new zone or anything. And anything that's gonna happen like that will occur. So he's in here, ready to sell me stuff.
Stand back.
This
The
is
name's
dangerous work.
Lenny
Oh, I
Ross.
accidentally skipped that part.
Just
Sorry.
a simple blacksmith. And you are... another useless traveler.
See, he doesn't like travelers.
A man ought to labor with his feet planted firmly in the earth. Not roam around like you flirtatious vagabonds. Oh, what does it matter? Go on, show me what you've got. Your equipment. Let me have a look. But do it quick.
See, he can reinforce our weapons, repair our weapons if they get broken, and he sells a pretty good selection of weapons. See, he has a rapier, which I might buy, and a spear, which is also useful. I'm trying to decide. I might just use long swords and go like just complete middle ground route. S-stock might be useful too, but it has worse scaling than the other ones. Maybe even a curved sword like a falchion. Yeah, I am gonna buy a falchion. Just one.
I'll be around if you make it back.
Alright. See, if you have a falchion, you can your parry is really good. See, he will parry if you wield it in two hands too.
Is that a shard you found?
It is. Actually, I think I have two.
Here, let me see it, so that I may help you. Just however faint it.
She says the same thing every time. It's I'm not trying to skip through a lot of things, but I will be starting to skip through her. Just monitor her, just the dialogue that she just says every time. So I strengthened my flask twice. Now I'm going to level up, maybe. Yes, I'm going to do one level. I'm going to get my strength to 10 so I can one-hand wield the longsword. I might actually try to get my strength up to 20, so then I'll be able to start power stancing swords. Because I'm probably going to be dual wielding. Now I'm going to go back to the Cardinal Tower and clear to the boss. I may be ending the video relatively soon, even though we haven't fought a boss yet, just because I want to get to the point where... Actually, we may go fight a boss right now if this guy can load in. Nope, he didn't summon in. I want to get to a... I want to have the video not longer than 35 minutes. The only problem with these... Oh, no, he will... With curved swords in Dark Souls 1, you couldn't, ooh, fucking up a little bit. You couldn't kick. Oh, I messed up. I'm gonna try to parry him. See if I can get it. Oh, no, that's not a parryable attack. See, I am screwing up a little bit. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. So I gotta remember... That's pretty much the key to this game, is remembering where your enemies are. So, like, I gotta remember that there's that asshole up there trying to throw fucking firebombs at me because he's a dick. Alright. So I'm gonna run in here and then get out of the way, because all the guys that are behind the ballistas are aggressive and shooting them at me. And then I'm gonna climb up here and run around for a couple seconds. The reason I did that is, if you do that, you can fight them at a more reasonable pace instead of fighting them all at once. And I'm a giant baby, so I try to get the enemies to attack me at a reasonable pace. See, I'm gonna fight two of them, though. But I don't know how I missed one of them with the one with my last attack. I should have killed him, but I managed to just come just a little bit short. We have Great Soul Arrow. If I was going to be an intelligence caster, that would be a good upgrade. And a blue wooden shield. There's a shield right there. It's not that useful. I think it only has 85% protection. Let me check it. Yeah, but I mean, it's better than nothing. It's as good as the shield you start out at with if you play the class that starts with the shield. And the Blacksmith Maulin actually sells the same shield you get if you play that class, and a slightly better one also. I'm going to waste an Estus Flask here. This right here, this chest is always trapped. I thought I might get hit, so I used that Estus Flask. I rolled to the side a little bit so I wouldn't get hit by the arrows, and I was fine. And here is our first Pharos contraption. Because we picked up the Lockstone in the mansion in Majula, we can open it. Just attack the illusionary, the wall that it brings up. And we have chests. Chests in Pharos contraptions aren't usually trapped, but sometimes they are, so you still have to be careful. A Titanite slab and a Chloranthy ring. The Chloranthy ring, it raises your stamina recovery speed. What's that? Oh. It says the ring is named for its decorative green blossom, but its luster has long since faded. Sorry, I'm very bad at reading out loud. Then we have a door here. Oh, it does not open from this side. Well, let's knock on it. This is the only door I believe that's like that in the game, where if you swing at it, the creatures on the other side hear and open it. Oh, I forgot. That delayed attack is so good. Any game where creatures have a delayed attack, it always catches me off guard. There we go. I got behind him, though. I picked up a spear. That's really useful. I might actually be using that as well as the falchion I bought. And then in here we have a large Titanite shard and a life ring +1. That just raises your maximum health. It says, an old ring set with a red jewel raises maximum HP. Each ring has a different power, and even very modest rings can be a great boon on a perilous journey. See, I have a little bit more health now. I'm going to go back to the bonfire and then in the video. Right, yep, so my next video I'm going to clear out the rest of this zone and then fight the first boss. Sorry, it's taking 3 videos for me to get to a boss creature. Right? Hope you enjoyed the show.